How's it going, everyone? David Hoffman here with Behind the Catch Fence. We're here at the Reading Nationals in Reading, Pennsylvania. First race of the NHRA countdown. Beside me, Shawn Reed, NHRA top fuel driver. Shawn, first off, great to have you back at the racetrack in the race car. You had that bad crash at the Northwest Nationals. I mean, first off, how are you feeling overall with all the injuries?
Yeah, I'm doing not too bad. I mean, I drove the car last weekend in a kind of a little test for me in the NHRA, and a little bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort, but it's the words I've been saying is it's tolerable and manageable. So yeah, so we'll do it from there.
And I was going to say, you mentioned going in around NHRA. Come home with a nice $50,000, not too shabby for kind of get back into it. Just how crucial was that for you to be able to, to be back in a race car before countdown begins and to kind of know how it's going to feel?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I went. I mean, I didn't want to come over here and go through, whether it was going to be one pass or 4 passes or 10 passes. I mean, I'd say by the time I hit that 5th pass, I was feeling pretty comfortable. But after what I went through up in Seattle, it's as much as you want to be a big man and not think about it and be a big cool guy, it's hard getting in there, strapping in, and I got to admit, the first couple times I got to about 750 foot, and I just prayed to God not to let that happen again. So my tire stayed on, my wing stayed on, so chutes came out, it was all good. So the more that happens, the more comfortable I get in the car again, and the more confidence I get in it. But car's been running good. I mean, with Jordan Vandergriff is my replacement. Qualified 3 in Brainerd, 2 in Indy, 1 last weekend. I mean, car's running good, it's getting tuned good, the guys are doing good. So hopefully that continues this weekend in Reading.
You mentioned Jordan Vandergriff. Obviously, he did a pretty darn good job in replacement for you. Just coming into obviously the countdown, and how crucial and important was that, and how helpful can it be to have that extra, pretty much another driver, kind of be able to tell the crew what's going on and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it maybe wasn't even necessary for me to put somebody in the car. In hindsight, being 2020, that's I didn't need to run anybody in Brainerd and Indy, but I employ a full-time crew and team, and they can only sweep the floor so many times, and it's clean. I got the cleanest shop in the industry, I promise you. So they needed to go back to work, and we didn't want to miss a beat. The car was even running good in Seattle, so we didn't want to miss a beat. We wanted to get these guys working. We wanted to keep them, doing their routine. And I put Jordan in the car for a couple races to continue that momentum up towards the playoffs. So here we are. So hopefully it continues and everything will work out great.
And obviously, one of the more severe injuries was losing a whole index finger, and it's probably one of the more helpful ones to have. Coming back into a race car, and obviously, I'm sure even driving, just Sunday drive's pretty kind of odd at first. But how have you had to kind of adjust maybe your process, your driving style, knowing that there's one less finger there?
Yeah, you know what? It's been challenging. I'm driving my motorhome here, and I'm driving my daily driver, and I'm trying to drive as much as I can with my left hand, which I normally don't. So I'm trying to do that because the scar tissue gives you a completely different feeling, and it's and then of course there's still no feeling in a lot of my middle finger and where my index finger was, and even into my thumb. So when I grab something, I really don't even know how much pressure I'm putting on anything. So it's been challenging for sure. But from talking to my surgeons and doctors, the human body is a great deal and a great art, and the mind will overcome the the feelings and all the stuff, and it'll start forgetting about that finger being gone. Like right now, I can still try to move the finger that's not there, and that fights with the other one, and it's just a weird feeling. I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm just trying to do as much with my left hand as possible. It's not going to be good for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I learn how to play golf again and do a lot of things, but they say I can't hurt it anymore, but when I bang it, I'm going to know I hit it. So we'll just we'll bang it every once in a while to make sure I know what happened, and we'll go on from there.